Hi guys, welcome to the Catway. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, guys who are watching it for the first time should pause the video and try it yourself, and then only move towards the video solution. All right. So what do we have is that in CAT exam, there are three sections, namely QA, VA, and DI, with 50, 40, and 30 questions respectively. Okay. All right. Now each correctly answered questions fetches 1 mark. There is a progressive negative marking in each section for incorrectly attempted question, with first 6 wrong answers carrying 1/4 negative marks each. Okay. So the total marks deducted for the first for the first 6 is going to be 1.5 marks. Okay. Then next 6 incorrectly attempted questions carrying 1/3 negative. Okay. So next 6 will have how many ka loss? We'll have 2 marks ka loss. Okay. And then everything beyond has 1 minus 1 point minus 0.5 ka negative marking. Okay. Now following bar graph shows the sectional cutoff and the overall cutoff marks required to get oneself qualified for the next round of evaluation. Now a student whose marks in a particular section or overall is equal to the given cutoff is said to have just managed to clear the cutoff in that section. So just managed means someone getting 11 in QA, 12 in VA, and so on. Okay, the exact cutoff marks, if you're going to get, it is going to be said as they have just managed to clear the cutoff. Okay. All right, guys. So this is what we have. Acha. Now, if you see, guys, that you see that cutoff in every section is an integer, right? Cutoff in every section has been an integer, right? And you know that the positive is an integer, right? You when you get a question correct, you get an integral number, right? That is 1. So that means whatever will be the unattempted questions, they will need to have, they will have to deduct what they need to deduct. Um, a integral number, right? Whatever will be subtracted should be an integral number. Okay. So what are the possibilities for incorrect question? If you see, okay, first if you get 0 incorrect, right? First if you get 0 incorrect, then whatever marks you have scored via the correct answers, that will be your final marks. The next possibility is, guys, that if you get 4 incorrect, right? Because if you get 4 incorrect, because for the first 6 you're going to get minus 0.25. So if you get 4 incorrect, you will be having a -1. Okay, so that is only a possibility. Then if you move ahead, okay, so after first 6 you reached at 1.25, then 1.5. Okay, after that the next 6 that you are going to lose, okay, the next 6 you are going to lose, none of the scores will give you a integral number of negative, right? Because what do you have? See, you are at 1.5, you get 7th question wrong, you go at what? You go at minus 1.83, right? That is 0.33 will be added into that subtraction, right? So minus 1.83. Next, then you go, you will be at somewhere around 2.166, right? Third, if you go, like if you get the 9th one wrong, then you will be at minus 2.5. And similarly for the next 3, okay, they will go to minus 2.83, then minus 3.16, and then minus 3.5, right? So either you can get a 0 incorrect, or you can get a 4 incorrect. And after that, if that doesn't happen, then the only possibility is that you are going to have what? See, after first 12, what you are standing at is minus 3.5, right? Now every question has minus 0.5, right? So if you get one more incorrect, the total marks you are going to lose is 4. That will be an integral number, right? So one more question over 12 means next possibility is that you can have 13 incorrect, right? And then once you have 13 incorrect, you are at an integral number. After that, every 2 wrong will another give you add up an integral number. So after that, it would be 15, 17, 19, and so on. Okay, after that, it would be like this. It will follow this pattern. Okay, so now you know the only possible cases of getting your incorrect answers. Okay, now let us move towards the questions and apply some logic there. Okay, so what do we have? So the first one is that what can be the minimum number of unattempted questions in an exam such that the student just manages to clear all 3 sectional cutoffs. Okay, so the sectional cutoffs have to be he needs to get the sectional cutoffs only. Okay, that is the only criteria you have. Okay, now unattempted question you are asking. Okay, it is asking that unattempted question. So let's talk about QA. Okay, let us talk about QA. So in QA, let's say the person first gets 11 questions and he gets them right. Okay, then he gets them right. But your work is not over here, because you have to minimize the unattempted question, right? So you will need to take into consideration the incorrect ones, and you will need to have some more correct as well. Okay. Now guys, the first thing if you have is you are not it is not possible to have zero incorrect, right? It is not possible at any cost to have zero incorrect. Okay. So what you are going to have, is guys, key, let's say you have 4 incorrect. Okay, let's say you have 4 incorrect. Okay, so if you have 4 incorrect, then what is going to happen is that you are going to answer 12 questions right. Okay, and you are going to have 4 incorrect, that is 1 mark will be gone, and you will be at 11. So that is one possibility. Okay, but in that case, how many questions are you answering? You are only answering 13 out of 50 questions, right? So next possibility is that you get 13 wrong. Okay, next possibility is you get 13 wrong. Okay, so if you get 13 wrong, that means you are going to lose 4 marks over here. Okay, you're going to lose 4 marks over here. That means the number of correct questions should have been 15. Okay, because then only if you get 4 loss, you will arrive at 11 marks. Okay, so the minimum possibility is 15 and 13. Okay, that 15 correct questions and then 13 incorrect questions. But you are still sitting at the 28 questions ka mark, right? That means it is going to go further. Now guys, what is going to happen is for the next, you get 1 question correct, you need to get 2 questions wrong, right? Because then only the marks are going to remain unchanged, right? 1 question correct, 2 questions wrong. Okay, 1 question correct, 2 questions wrong. So this is the pattern that is going to be followed. Okay, this is the pattern that is going to be followed. Now if you see 1 question correct and 2 question wrongs makes a total of 3 questions. Okay, you are left with 22 questions, and you know that because the marks cannot be altered anymore, it has to be a triplet of 3 questions, right? So first 3 questions you do after 28, that is 29, 30, 31, you get no changes there. Then in the next 3 there's no change, in the next 3 there is no change. And similarly, if you can go at a 21st question, right? That is for 21 questions you can go that way, and that will be the 49th question of your paper, right? 49th question of your paper. So while you reach the 49th question, at that time what is happening is that you have not changed your marks after that 15 and 13 wala wo. Okay, after that you haven't changed, so you are at the 49th question mark. The total number of questions were 50. So in QA you are going to leave 1 question. Okay, and the same logic will be applied for the other 2 sections as well. Okay, let's say you talk about VA. Okay, when you're talking about VA, so VA has 40 questions, right? VA has 40 questions. You do 13 incorrect. Okay, you do 13 incorrect, and then what is going to happen is that, see, 13 incorrect, you have lost 4 marks. Okay, where do you need is a 12. So how many questions do you need to get correct? 16 questions you need to get correct, so you get 16 marks, and after that 4 marks are being deducted and you arrive at 12 marks. Okay, so 16 plus 13 is what you have already done. Okay, this is what you have already done. Now again, what is going to happen? 1 question right and 2 questions wrong, and there will be no change into the marks, right? So again, it's a triplet. However, the total number of questions here are 40, and we have already utilized 29 of them, right? We have already utilized 29 of them. And when you go with a triplet, so after 29 up till 32nd, no change, 35, no change, 38, no change. But the remaining 2 questions, you will have to leave them unanswered. So in VA, you are going to leave 2 questions unanswered. And now the same logic will be applied for, what is it, LR or DI? DI. Okay, so the same logic will be applied there. Okay, you scored 9 marks. Okay, you have 9 is the cutoff. Okay, you have already, because of 13 questions, you have already lost 4 marks. Okay, because you get to a cutoff of 9, you need the total correct answers there. Total correct marks is 30. So 13 questions over here and 4 questions over here will give you to 17 questions, right? And again, the triplet thing, if you do, so what do you need is another 12 is what you can get, another 12 questions. That is a total of 29 you can answer, right? And that means 1 question will be left unanswered. So the total number of questions that are being left unanswered is 4. So option number C will be the right answer for this. Okay, option number C will be the right answer for this. All right. Now let us move towards the second question. So what do we have for as the second question? Let us see. Okay, let us see what do we have as the second question. So it says that if a student attempts 87 questions and just manages to clear all 3 sectional cutoffs, okay, then what can be the minimum possible number of incorrectly attempted questions by the student? Okay. So guys, what you have is that you have to minimize the incorrectly attempted questions by the student. Okay, minimize the incorrect ones. Okay, so guys, first thing that you have to do is that, see, okay, try to understand it this way. When you have to minimize the incorrect questions, okay, so in which section will you try and achieve that thing? You will try to achieve that in QA, because it has the maximum number of questions. Okay, since it has the maximum number of questions, okay, you can minimize your incorrect questions over there. Okay, you will minimize your incorrect questions over there. Okay, all right, so how you are going to achieve that? Let's see. Okay, okay, so previous solution, what did we find? That first 15 and 13, okay, 15 and 13 ka mark we had reached already, and we were at the 28 question mark. Okay, we were at the 28 question mark. Then we can have another, we can go to another 21 questions, out of which 7 can be correct and 14 will be wrong. So the total wrong that we have till now is 27. Okay, the total wrong that we have till now is 27. Okay, so that is what we have. Okay, acha, till here how many questions have we actually solved? 22 plus 27. Okay, this is the number of questions that we have already solved. Okay, so this total goes to 49, right? Now after that, because we are minimizing the unattempted, let's say minimizing the incorrect questions out of the 87 that we have answered, what is going to happen is that in VA, let's say you have answered 12 questions right, and in DI you have answered 9 questions right. Okay, so this takes your total to 61 and this takes your total to 70, right? Now you are left with 17 questions. Okay, because 87 is the total number of questions attempted, and now you are left with 17 questions. Now those 17 questions, you can figure it out. You know that 13 incorrect will give you 4 marks negative, and the remaining 4, if you do them right, you will get a 4. Okay, so that will cancel themselves out, right? That will cancel themselves, they will cancel themselves out. Okay, so in the initial 70 questions we did 27 wrong, and in the remaining 17 we did another 13 wrong. So the total wrong questions we have answered out of 87 is 40. That is option number D. And now if anyone is like thinking about it, why did we go ahead with QA? See, let's try it with let's try it on with DI, let's say. Okay, I'll show you with both of them. Okay, I'll show it to you with DI and with QA as well. Okay, with VA as well. Okay, now see for DI. Okay, so for DI, let's say you have what did we gather? That we have 13 correct. Okay, we have 13 correct and 13 incorrect, right? This is what we had. Okay, and the maximum number of questions that we can go to is 29 over here, right? The maximum number of questions, or just a second, we are doing DI, right? So it's 13 will give you 13, and next 13 will give you, perfect. So this is 16. Okay, this is 16 questions till now, and we have 30 in total, right? We have 30 in total. Okay, just a second here, am I missing out on something? Okay, so 13 questions will give you 13 marks, and 13 will give you 4 negative, so you will just clear the cutoff of 9 marks. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, now after that, what are you standing at? You are standing at a 13 and 13 ka mark. Okay, you are standing at 13 and 13 ka mark. Okay, so that means in total you have already solved 26 questions. Okay, in total you have already solved 26 questions. Take it. Now you can have 2 more incorrect into this. Okay, you can have 2 more incorrect into this, right? So your total goes to 15 and your correct answers go to 14, right? And 1 question will be left unattempted. Take it. So now what you see is that you have only solved 29 questions till now. Take it. And you have 14 and 15 ka mark over here. Take it. Now if you see, you are still left with how many questions? 58 questions you are still left with, right? Let's say out of that 11 go to QA and 12 go to VA. Okay, so 23 questions, another 23 questions are gone, and you're left with 35 questions, right? Now for those 35 questions, you need a lot more. Okay, you will be needing a lot more of correct answers. Okay, you definitely need a lot of correct answers in that. Okay, acha, because you need no you need no changes into it. So what are the possibilities? If you see, so you get 13 right, and then for third, okay, you get 4 right and you get 13 wrong. Okay, this is one case. Okay, then what is the possibility? You will get 1 more correct. Okay, after 4 correct and 13 wrong, you are sitting at no change into the marks. Okay, and then it will go to 5 and 15, right? It will go to 5 and 15. Then it would go to 6 and 17, 7 and 18. Okay, 7 and 18. Then you have a 8 and, sorry, this is 19, this is 21, 8 and 21, right? So this is what you are at. 9 and 23, that is 32 questions. Then you are at 10 and 25. Okay, so this is another way. Now again, here also, if you see 25 and 15 over here, again you are reaching at the same mark, and a similar pattern will follow you to the VA section as well. Okay, chalo. Now let's see, come to the third question that we have, that is the simplest of all. So what do we have over here is that what can be the minimum number of questions left unattempted such that the student just manages to clear the overall cutoff. Okay, so the overall cutoff is 35. Okay, the overall cutoff is 35. That is what you have to reach, and we do not have to care about the sectional cutoffs. Okay, we do not have to care about the sectional cutoffs. Okay, so that is what we have. Okay, now in the initial cases, if you see what was the position that you were reaching, 11 plus 12 plus 9. So the total would take you to 32, right? You need another 3 marks. Okay, you need another 3 marks. Now here you were leaving 1 unanswered, here you were leaving 2 unanswered, and here you were leaving 1 unanswered question, right? That means from here, if you attempt these 3 questions, you will get to a total of 35. Okay, the unattempted ones which you are leaving over here, from this you have already gathered that you are reaching the cutoff, exact cutoff for the individual sections, and you are at 32 ka mark. Okay, you are leaving 2 questions over here, 1 question over here. Okay, if you attempt them, you will reach the 35 question ka mark. Or this combo could be anything else. It could be like these two ka combo, that you attempted 1 more question in QA, but 2 more questions in VA, and 1 question was left unattempted, and then also you reach the 35 question ka mark. Okay, so these are the 2 possible cases that we have, and in both these cases, what do we see? That you are leaving 1 question unanswered. So the correct answer is option number B. All right, guys, so we are finally done with the set, and this was a pretty good set, and hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video.